Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Not at the studio today, as we are at the Ahern Hotel in Las Vegas in the Ahern Live showroom, covering Super Bowl. What Super Bowl is this? 58. Super Bowl 58, man. They are flying by. But just wanted to get you guys the latest news and rumors. Shout out to my guy, Jeremy Chuggs. I'm actually in Las Vegas helping out the Raiders Report. They're going to be doing a watch party right here at the Ahern Live showroom. And Chuggs, we're talking about a Las Vegas Raider on today's show.
Yeah, Jermain Eluemunor, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, he's a free agent. I've said it multiple times throughout this offseason. Maybe one of the best free agent offensive linemen out there. I mean, there's not many.
Yeah.
But when it comes to mine, especially guys who can play tackle and guard, he might be the best one out there.
Yeah, and that's one thing I like about Jermain, and we're going to talk about that. But the reason we're hopping on here today is just being in Las Vegas and talking to some people. It sounds like Jermain Eluemunor, who was the right tackle for the Las Vegas Raiders last year, he's going to be a free agent. And the Giants supposedly are very interested, and the ties are noteworthy, right? Carmen Bricillo, he was the offensive line coach for the Las Vegas Raiders last year. Now he's the New York Giants offensive line coach. Supposedly him and Eluemunor have a really strong friendship. And when you're a new offensive line coach, you want to get your new guys in there. You want to get your guys in there. And Eluemunor, he really fits a lot of the needs that the New York Giants have. I want to read what Pro Football Focus said about Jermain. Said, Eluemunor is a longtime swing tackle who found a home last year at right tackle for the Raiders, signing a one-year, $3 million deal in free agency to return for 2023. Eluemunor backed up a strong 2022 with another good year, posting pressure rates allowed below 5% in each season. Edge rushers who can flatten out their rush pass at the top of the arc and get around the corner will beat Eluemunor at times, but he handles speed to power well and is proven to be a starting caliber tackle. Pro Football Focus has Eluemunor ranked as the 61st best free agent coming up this offseason. He's 29 years old, and they're projecting that he's going to get a 2-year, $14.5 million deal. That's 2 years, $7.25 million per year with $9 million guaranteed. But the reason we wanted to hop on here is I've just been hearing some stuff, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that the Giants are going to be very interested in Jermain Eluemunor in NFL free agency. Last year, Pro Football Focus, they were really kind to Eluemunor. They ranked him as the 36th best tackle in the National Football League. What I like about him is kind of what we talked about. He could play the right tackle. He could play left tackle. He's played a little bit of guard as well in his career, so he can somewhat do it all. He's been with Las Vegas since 2021, started in the NFL with the Baltimore Ravens in 2017, played there in 2018, then spent 2 years with the New England Patriots in 2019 and 2020. Pro Football Focus graded him out at a 68.5 offensive grade, 71.5 run block, and 64.4 pass block grade. He allowed 6 sacks this year, 6 QB hits, 16 hurries, and 28 total pressures. 5 penalties, which was a major cut down for him in 2022. One of Eluemunor's main problems was penalties, was flagged 10 times in that season, was able to cut that in half and really improve that. So I'm a fan of Eluemunor. I think he makes a lot of sense. Has the ties to Carmen Bricillo, who's going to be tasked with a really difficult job to come in here, fix the offensive line, which has been shaky for as long as we can remember. But he has athletes, and he has good football players, and he's got young talent to go with that. We know what's going on with Evan Neal, and I like the idea of bringing in Eluemunor to kind of put a little bit of pressure on Evan Neal. And look, if Eluemunor were to sign with the Giants and he was better in camp, and look, if you're going to give the guy $7.5 million per year, that's not to be backup money. That's to be a starter. And at this point, Eluemunor is a much better football player than Evan Neal. Maybe this kind of gives you a little bit of light on what the Giants want to do in free agency and when it comes to the draft at the offensive line position. Look, they allowed 85 sacks last year. I think it's second most all time in a season in the NFL. So Giants have to do something. And if the first stone that's going to be unturned in the Carmen Bricillo era is bringing in a guy that he knows all good and well. I'm a fan of that. If he believes that Eluemunor is a starting right tackle in this league, and the Giants can go and get that player, they should do that. They need more starting pedigree players in this league. So I want to ask you guys this question. Should the Giants sign Jermain Eluemunor in NFL free agency? Give me a Y for yes. Give me an N for no. I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section. I would probably say yes. I would say yes for a couple of different reasons. We talked about the versatility that he brings. He's played all over the offensive line in his career. He even played 125 snaps at left tackle this year for the Las Vegas Raiders, mostly at right tackle, 779 snaps. But last year, 801 snaps at right tackle, 71 snaps at right guard, 66 snaps at left tackle. And then in 2021, he only played guard, 266 snaps there. Then in 2020, when he was a member of the New England Patriots, 277 snaps at right tackle, 141 at left tackle. I also think the Giants just have to have a plan at right tackle. You can't enter this season with your only investment at the right tackle position being Evan Neal. Look, I'm hoping Evan Neal can get better, but I think I've seen enough at this point where if he does not make major strides in offseason number 3, going into season number 3, the Giants are going to be in a lot of trouble at right tackle, and I can't just depend that he's going to take steps and become a good football player like he was at Alabama. We're hoping the talent's there, but it's year 3. We've seen it for 2 years. A couple things have been proven. He has not lived up to the hype, and he's been injury prone. Giants just can't depend on him, whether it be Jermain Eluemunor, maybe it's somebody else. I believe the Giants have to invest in free agency at bare minimum at a swing tackle. Eluemunor, more than that, he's a starting right tackle with the ability to bounce all over. Eluemunor would be actually one of my highest graded free agent targets at the tackle position. You go and look at the top free agents at tackle. Tyron Smith, not really all that interested. Trent Brown, not interested. Mike Onwenu, I know I'm butchering that last name. He's Onwenu? Yeah. All right, shout out to the Raiders Report, guys. He's ranked as the 25th free agent by Pro Football Focus, but he's going to command a lot more money. That's going to be a deal of 4 years, $58 million potentially. That's what Pro Football Focus projects. I don't know if the Giants are willing to invest that much money compared to the 2 years at $15 million for Eluemunor. Don't want Mekhi Becton. Jonah Williams, he's a good football player. I'm a fan of his, only 26 years old. He's another guy that I would be interested in. And then you got Eluemunor, the next guy ranked there by Pro Football Focus. Other guys, Josh Jones, Donovan Smith, George Fant, Cam Fleming. It gets pretty thin after that. Maybe the Giants go and sign a free agent offensive lineman. And if they do that, I think that kind of tells you what they're going to do at the draft as well. You go and sign Jermain Eluemunor, he's going to be your starting right tackle. I think that would take the idea of Joe Alt and Fashanu potentially off the board at pick number 6. So just wanted to hop on here, get you guys the juicy rumors and stuff that we're hearing here in Las Vegas. But yeah, tune into the Raiders Report today. Going to be a lot of fun. We're doing a live watch party here in Vegas at the Ahern Hotel. Going to be a lot of fun. Tune in. And let me know, who do you got in the Super Bowl today? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? I think I'm going with the Chiefs. I think the 49ers are actually a better football team, especially when you just stack best players against best players. But there's something about coaching, which it's not that big of a difference between Andy Reid and Shanahan, right? But I think Andy Reid is a better coach. I think Spagnuolo as the DC, as we all know, is super great. But there's something about just having the best quarterback in a game like this. And Patrick Mahomes, yeah, he's pretty special. I'm going to roll with the Kansas City Chiefs. Let me know who you guys got. And, yeah, all right, cool. We'll see y'all later. Let's go Big Blue.